Hey, I want to show you a video of something new that we've been working on in Adversus called quality. So often in the support department, we hear that a manager would like to go through certain leads to listen to the conversation or just have a look at them. For instance, it could be to have a listen to all the successes, to approve them or do something with them, to listen to all the not interested, to find out how could we improve those who are saying no, the agents that are giving and not interested, how could we actually have created that into a success? Or perhaps listening to a new agent, hear what they're saying with the customer, how could we improve that agent? You've always had the possibility to go through, for instance, warehouse leads or warehouse calls to do this. But to address the issue, we have tried to create something called quality. So what we will do here is that we'll try to go to insights and quality. Let's create the example that a new user called Jonas has started today, and we want to listen to his recordings. So we find leads contacted today, and that are last contacted by a specific person called Jonas. Cool. So here we will find the 4 leads that Jonas has called today. So now we'll simply start the Q&A session. First of all, there is no recording on this lead. It's also an automatic callback, which makes sense. He has not talked to the customer. Here you can either reject or approve the lead. It doesn't really matter what you do unless you want to do something with the approved leads or the rejected lead for that matter. But in this case, we don't want to do anything. We just want to look through it. So it's approved because then we move to the next one. Then Jonas has called Chris. So there is a 21-second recording on Chris. You can click here. You can listen to what he's talking to Chris about. Then whenever you're done listening to the conversation with Chris, you simply just approve it to go to the next one. Same goes for Quentin. He was not interested. You can listen to the recordings, and then whenever you're done, you approve it. You go to the last one, which is Tyler, which is luckily a success. So great job from Jonas. He has a hit rate of 33% based on his not interested and successes, which is great. You can listen to the recording, hear what Jonas is saying to see if everything is in order. You can also just listen to it. So we just approve it because now we're done. In this case, we don't want to do anything about it. We can submit the results if we want to, and what it says is that no action is selected. And that is also what we want to do, because we only want to listen to Jonas' recordings. We don't want to do anything about it. Are you sure you want to finish this evaluation? Yes, go ahead. I'm done. So, as mentioned, you could also do some actions based on the rejections or the approval of a lead. So, we try to go back to quality again. Now, let's just find all the successes and not interested. Success, not interested, and last contacted today, so we don't have to go through a lot. Great. Cool. So now we find 3, and they're all from Jonas. No surprise there. What we can do is that we can actually take some actions. So we can either say, what do we need to have whenever we approve something? We could add them to another campaign if we want to. In this case, all the approved one will be added to another campaign once we're done. And then you choose the campaign, of course. Could also be you wanted to delete the leads. Or what we could do is we could start a manual journey. So I created a manual journey called Distribute Success Leads. This means that whenever a lead is approved, then we want to, for instance, saying that this is like an initial campaign, and based on the zip code, then we want to put it out to a sales campaign based on their zip codes. So I've created a manual journey called Distribute Success Leads. We can also say what should happen when we reject the leads. Again, it's not necessary. We could also just do it by approved and then reject everything we don't want to distribute. We can also here start a manual journey saying, okay, we want to assign it as a callback to the original user if we reject it. But let's just do it like this and then start the QA session. Again, it's a manual journey, so you can pretty much do whatever you want with the approved or rejected leads. This was just a short example. In this case, it really do matter if you reject it or approve it, because you do something whenever it's rejected or approved. So you listen to the recordings, you decide, is it approvable, is it rejectable, what should happen, and then you click on what you want to do. Now you've gone through all of the 3, 2 were approved and 1 was rejected. So here we submit the results, it's processing, and then it has happened. So now we have actually made the actions based on whether or not it was approved or rejected. Again, this is just an idea to take some actions based on it. You actually don't have to do it. You can simply just go in, listen, and then do no actions based on it, just to have like a work through that you want to look at as a manager. I hope it makes sense. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the support. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.